Good morning, students. Welcome to the seventh session of the first chapter of financial management. So here, today's topic is role of a finance manager. So what are the learning objectives of today's session is to understand the role of finance manager in an organization. That is, we are going to understand what is the role played by the finance manager in an organization. So what is the outcome of studying this session means at the end of the session we should be able to tell or understand the different role played by the finance manager. The main role of a finance manager is to provide all the necessary accounting information, analyze them and discuss various alternatives and suggest suitable solutions to problems. So his main responsibility will be providing the accounting data or information whatever is required, analyze them and discuss the various alternatives and also suggest some suitable solutions to different problems, financial problems arising in the organization. The role of a finance manager can be classified into two types, that is traditional role and the another one is new role or modern role. Traditional role of a finance manager. So the following are the traditional role which is played by a finance manager. The first one is primary market. Primary market is a market where funds are raised for the very first time by issuing the shares and debentures in the market. That is, we are going to raise the funds for the very first time in the market by issuing shares and debentures. The finance manager is concerned with raising the required funds from the primary markets by issuing different financial instruments which is suitable for the organization. Like he should go for a combination of shares, debentures and other financial instruments. Another one is secondary market. Secondary market is a place where already issued shares are traded. In the stock market. The primary responsibility or the traditional responsibility of finance manager is looking to the activities of the secondary market to see the progress of the market value of the shares. The next one is financial institution. The finance manager is not only concerned with raising funds from primary market by issuing instruments, but he also have to raise the required funds from different financial institutions including the commercial banks for meeting the long-term and short-term needs of the organization. That is, whatever is the required funds, it does not come alone from the primary market. We also have to raise the funds from different financial institutions along with the commercial bank. So his responsibility will be to assess what is the long-term requirements and short-term requirements of the organization. After that, he has to raise the funds from proper sources. If the funds are required for long-term use, then he should go for long-term loans. If the funds are required for a shorter period of time, then he should go for shorter period funds. Next one is leverages. So leverages means it is the use of assets and fixed cost funds to maximize the returns and also the EPS of the shareholders. So if the company wants to achieve a higher profit and also if it want to give higher EPS to its shareholders, then it should adopt the leverages. So leverage here in simple term means it is used of a fixed asset and also fixed cost funds so that we are going to maximize the returns to the organization as well as the EPS, and we can attain this leverages only when we have a proper combination of funds between debt and equity. So proper combination of debt funds and equity funds is required so that we are going to attain this leverages. Next one, capital structure. The finance manager has to plan for an optimal capital structure and arrive at a proper debt equity combination to maximize returns and also minimize the cost of funds. So capital structure means it is a structure for long-term funds, and we should have an optimal capital structure means there should be combination between debt and equity. And also when we are raising the funds, we should have an optimal capital structure, which means that we should neither have too much of funds in the organization or deficient funds in the organization, because if we have too much of funds in the organization, that funds is not going to give us some benefit or return. When we have deficient capital, we will not be able to meet our short-term needs, or sometimes the production also may stop because we are not having the working capital. So proper capital structure must be made by the finance manager. Next one is deployment of funds. After raising the funds from different sources, another important role or function performed by the finance manager is deploying the funds on most profitable investment alternatives. Deploy the funds in the most investment opportunities. So whichever investment alternative is suitable for the company, we should go for deploying the funds on such opportunities. Next one is capital budgeting. So here we are going to make a decision regarding the alternative we are going to invest on the money, to invest all the money. So for example, if we want to buy a machinery for producing some goods, then we may have several types of machineries from different companies. We have to first collect information regarding what are the different options available, and for which what are the basic criteria, whether capital is available or not, whether that whatever machinery we buy, for that spare parts are available in the country or not, etc. All this, and whether human resources are available to operate such machinery, whether they have the knowledge of operating such machinery, etc. should be considered. And also we have some traditional techniques and modern techniques of capital budgeting. Here we have to apply these traditional techniques and modern techniques and finalize upon a particular investment proposal. Next one is cost, volume, profit analysis. The finance manager has also to look into the cost involved in producing the goods and services and the volume to be produced to attain the desired profit. So here we have to decide upon three things. What is the volume of goods we are going to produce? The volume of goods we are going to produce. To produce that volume, what cost we are going to incur, and for that volume, what is the profit we are going to get. In case we want to maximize the profit or increase the profit, then what volume should be produced and what cost will be incurred will be analyzed by the finance manager. Working capital management. So working capital means it is that part of capital which is required to run the day-to-day operations of the business, everyday activities, what we require to finance the everyday activities. The finance manager has also to maintain the working capital at desired levels so as to increase the financial efficiency and also to maintain liquidity position of the concern. Too much of investment in working capital is not beneficial for the organization because they are not going to give any return to the organization, and also deficient working capital is dangerous for the organization. For example, cash is one part of working capital, and if we have too much of cash in our cash box or bank balance, it is not going to give us any return. So the cash balance in the cash box will be the cash itself, and no interest is earned, and also in the bank we will be earning a very less profit. Another example is raw materials. If you're going to stock too much of raw materials when we have regular supply, it does not make a sense to buy all the requirements of 1 year and store it in the godown, which will have some form of risk in the form of theft, pilferage, or reduction in the quality of the raw materials. Therefore, we are going to incur some loss. So, the organization or the finance manager must help the organization in maintaining the working capital at the desired level only, and not too much or too less. Next one is dividend decision. So, by adopting all the above techniques, whatever we discussed from the beginning, the business organization in a position to earn and increase profits, and then the finance manager is concerned with paying dividends to the shareholders after considering some required provisions, whichever is applicable, whether legally or internal policy of the organization. So when we are using the funds of the shareholders, it is our responsibility to pay them the dividend at the end of the year, so that we are motivating them, and also which will help us to increase our earnings per share, and also to maintain the wealth of the organization. Modern role of finance manager. So what is the modern role of finance manager? Means among them, the first one is mergers. So the adoption of liberalization, globalization and privatization during the year 91 has opened up new role for the finance manager. To meet the global challenges, today business is involved in mergers and acquisitions inside and outside the country. Therefore, the finance manager has to be aware of the technicalities, negotiations and mode of mergers to function under the global environment. So he should have thorough knowledge regarding this mergers and acquisitions, so that he can act in the benefit of the organization. Next one is tax planning. The finance manager has to guide the management in adopting tax planning techniques to minimize cost, to minimize the expenses for the organization. Cost reduction strategies. The finance manager must guide the management in cost reduction strategies so as to increase the profits and also to increase efficiency. So the role of finance manager is to help the organization in reducing the cost by adopting different strategies. Access to foreign capital. Due to globalization of business, today corporate entities have access to foreign capital. Therefore, the finance manager should be well versed with the formalities in assessing and utilizing it for the benefit of the company. So earlier days, whatever is the funds required for business organization, it would come only within the country. But due to this globalization, liberalization and privatization, we also have access to foreign investment. So it will be one of the role of the finance manager to get those resources to fund the business. Next one is foreign exchange management. The finance manager must be able to manage the foreign exchange reserves in the utmost interest of the business corporations, because we are dealing with international trade, exports and imports. Foreign exchange management also plays an important role in the organization, and it will be one of the role of the finance manager to manage them so that they are going to get the required benefit, desired benefit. Next one is information technology. The finance manager is required to make use of information technology in the light of changing business environment. Today, information technology is indispensable, and therefore the finance manager should ensure that it is used for the business organization. Then next we have communication network. The finance manager must make use of an efficient communication network in performing his duties. The communication will flow from the top management to the lower management, and also a feedback will be sent from the lower management to the top management. Therefore, a proper communication network must be ensured, and it is one of the role of finance manager. Learning attitude. The finance manager must have a continuous learning attitude so that he is always updated to make rational decisions at required times for the benefit of the organization. So it is not enough that a person holds a degree and gets a position in the organization. It is not enough. He should have a learning attitude. He should keep updating himself regarding what is happening outside the company and inside the company, so that in required times he is able to make some rational decisions. So to sum up, following are the primary responsibilities of a finance manager. The primary responsibilities, among them the first one is financial planning. So the finance manager has to estimate the total financial requirement of the organization, both in terms of long-term capital and short-term capital. Raising of necessary funds. So after planning for the funds, the next step is we have to raise the funds for the business. For this, we have to arrive at a proper debt equity combination, proper utilization of funds. So once we have raised the funds, for whatever purpose we have raised the funds, we have to invest the funds on those investment alternatives. Next one, we have appropriation of profits. So when a business unit is running, at the end of the accounting period, they would have made the profits. Then at that stage, the company has to decide what portion of the profits will be given as dividends to the equity shareholders and what portion of the profits will be maintained within the organization in the reserve fund for future growth and expansion programs. So another role or primary responsibility of a finance manager is to look into the appropriation of the profits among reserve fund and the dividend. Next one, responsibilities towards the owners and shareholders. So it is the primary responsibility or role of a finance manager to protect the interest of the shareholders, and how he can protect means by paying dividends, by protecting their capital, and also protecting the solvency of the business, protecting the profitability and solvency of the business. When the business is solvent and profitable, indirectly or directly, it is going to protect the interest of the owners or shareholders. Next one is responsibilities towards the employees. So how we can ensure we are going to be responsible towards the employees means we have to pay fair wages and salaries along with the incentive schemes to our employees, and then having favorable working conditions. So whatever is the working conditions prescribed by the Factories Act and other laws that have to be maintained. Encouraging participative management, that is involving the employees in decision making process, increasing their morale, maintaining a coordination between the employees and the management, and so on. There are many number of responsibilities which have to be played. These are a few. So we can be responsible towards our employees by paying them good, fair wages and salaries along with incentives and looking after their welfare. Responsibilities to customers. So how we can be responsible, or the finance manager can be responsible towards the customer means we should ensure, or he should ensure, that the organization is supplying quality goods at reasonable price. Next one is responsibilities to society. So how an organization can be responsible towards the society means they have to protect the interest of the society, control pollution, avoid artificial shortages, provide employment opportunities, pay taxes to the government, dividend to the shareholders. Like this, we are able to protect the interest of the society also. Responsibility towards creditors. So how an organization or a finance manager can be responsible towards the creditor means they have to pay the creditors on time and also maintain cordial relationship with them. So because they are providing us credit, we should always ensure that we have the cordial relationship with them. The next one is legal responsibilities. So whatever is the laws of the land, whatever the law is prescribed, that has to be followed by the organization in running their business. So we have multiple choice questions. The first one is, the two roles of a finance manager are dash and dash. So they are modern role and traditional role. So the job of finance manager is confined to what means raising of funds, raising and effective utilization of funds, management of cash, and none of the above. So the right answer is raising of funds and their effective utilization. And these are the few books for reference. Thank you.